Tharisa has reported a stable second quarter. The miner's platinum group metals output held steady when compared to the previous 3 months, while chrome production dipped slightly as it came off record highs. Commenting on the outcome, CEO Phoevus Perillius says the company built on a record first quarter and operationally the firm performed well. Looking ahead, Tharisa has kept its annual guidance unchanged. MC Mining's shareholders should consider accepting Goldway's offer. That's according to the miner's independent board committee. With the offer now being declared unconditional, control of MCM will pass to Goldway and its associates. In light of this, the board cited Goldway's plans to delist the miner, as well as statements that it may exercise rights for the compulsory acquisition of all remaining shares if it acquires a stake of 91% or more. The boards also pointed to limited liquidity in the trading of MC Mining shares and says it does not see an alternative bid or competing proposal on more favorable terms arising in the near term. RoyNet is streamlining its operations. The firm will merge its IQ Business and Plus 1X business units to create a single client-focused business within RoyNet ICT. The merger will combine technology services, insights, consulting, solutions, and managed services. Adam Cracker, CEO of IQ Business, will take on the role of CEO of the combined entity. Treasury has announced proposed amendments that require international cash transactions over 25,000 rand to be reported to the Financial Intelligence Center. That's as government moves to bolster its protocols against money laundering. The decision would boost the center's ability to detect suspicious cash transactions and to report them to investigating and prosecuting authorities. This information is vital for South Africa's removal from the Financial Action Task Force grey list. The DA has won its court case against the Electoral Commission of South Africa, which aimed to have more voting stations for citizens living abroad. The party approached the Electoral Court in February to request the inclusion of all embassies, high commissions and consulates as voting stations for the upcoming elections. This comes after citizens living in Perth, Australia, were told that the consulate could not be used for voting as it was not headed by transferred staff from South Africa. The Electoral Court has since set the IEC's decision aside by confirming the word consulate in the Electoral Act, and this now includes those headed by honorary consuls. E-tolls will be switched off in Gauteng from midnight on Thursday, but motorists will still be liable for their historic debts. How this will be enforced will be announced at a later date. That's according to Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi, who hosted a briefing earlier today which confirmed that road users will no longer be charged for using the e-toll network. Going forward, e-toll gantries will be used as speed traps and for policing purposes such as finding stolen vehicles and identifying stolen and cloned number plates. Further afield, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration is probing allegations made by Boeing whistleblower regarding the company's alleged dismissal of safety and quality concerns during the production of its 787 and 777 jetliners. Here's more detail in this package report.
Boeing faces a deepening crisis over its attitude towards safety and quality. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed it was investigating allegations by a whistleblower. Company engineer Sam Salepour says he saw unsafe practices in the production of wide-body 787 and 777 jets. He says some parts were the wrong size and other areas of the planes didn't meet specifications. Salepour says Boeing used shortcuts to try to clear bottlenecks in output and ignored his warnings. At one point, he says he saw workers jumping up and down on bits of the planes to try to get parts to align. He says some practices put excessive stress on major joints in the aircraft. Boeing called the claims inaccurate and said it had full confidence in its products. However, the allegations come with the plane maker already in turmoil. They follow the mid-air blowout on one of its 737 MAX jets in January. The FAA has subsequently capped output of the planes, while Boeing takes steps to improve quality control. Salehpour is now expected to appear before a congressional committee investigating the apparent quality lapses at Boeing. The engineer says he has faced retaliation by the company since he first raised his concerns.
And Taiwan chipmaker TSMC announced a 16.5% increase in first quarter revenue, surpassing market expectations and landing at the upper end of the company's projected range. The surge in sales was driven by the demand for AI applications. Let's take a look at this report for more.
TSMC's first quarter sales soared thanks to the artificial intelligence boom. The Taiwanese chipmaker reported a 16.5% rise in revenue on Wednesday. That beat market expectations and was at the high end of the company's own guidance. The world's largest contract chipmaker includes Apple and Nvidia as customers. Surging demand for AI products has helped push its stock towards a record high. Revenue in the first 3 months of the year came in at just over $18.5 billion, well up from a year ago. The first half of the year is traditionally quieter for Taiwanese tech firms. That as it comes after the end-of-year holiday rush for goods like tablets and smartphones in major Western markets. But the AI trend is boosting demand even in the off-season. For March alone, TSMC reported revenue rose about 34% year-on-year to over $6 billion. The company did not provide any details or forward guidance in its brief revenue statement. Its shares have surged 37% so far this year.